We'll go over their roster. They are 4 wins, 2 losses this season. One of them the Pokerface, one of them the Rave. Both, I believe the game against Rave was extremely close.
Yep, very, very close game.
Yeah.
Went down to the wire, but yeah, Rave really coming together at the end. Kind of a little too late.
Yeah, too little too late
Too
from
little
them,
too late.
But they have next season.
Exactly. They're going to be very ready for next season.
Anyway, looking at the lineup, MVP have March, Forev, Ryzen, Keen, and QO. Their lineup has remained consistent throughout the season of the Korean Dota2 League and has been consistent for a good amount of time now.
Yeah.
One of the things I want to note, March, he is the carry player for MVP, and he plays a lot of unconventional carries.
He does
Like,
indeed.
he'll play a Death Prophet safe lane. He'll play a Warlock safe lane.
Oh, yes.
He's probably like the most famous Warlock carry player.
I think he'd have to be because there's just not many, if any, besides
true.
this guy.
And QO will often go for those very snowball-like heroes, the ones that can really create a lot of action. Also sometimes go for like the farming heroes like Naga Siren.
Yep.
And from MVP's supports, we've seen a lot of cool things like they're one of the few teams that will actually run a Skywrath Mage support.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of that. It makes such a difference if played well.
Yeah, and they've also done a great job at popularizing Jakiro and really showing the usefulness and the utility of that hero in a lot of matchups. There was a string of games where they were just picking it non-stop. And
yeah.
Teams kind of weren't exactly sure how to deal with it. And Treant Protector is still picked a lot now, but was being picked even more, I feel, about a month or so ago. And that Liquid Fire just burns right through the Treant armor.
Absolutely. And here we got Pokerface, their lineup. Febby, JYU, Sky, Cynical, and MP. Very, very strong team, have been playing very consistently throughout the season. And yeah, I mean, they're all kind of feel like they're at the same level towards the end of the season. Looking at how they were playing, it was very, very close to see who was going to get the top 2.
Yeah, that's true. They were 3-3 this season, so pretty even across the board. Just really showing you how close the matches are. Everybody in the league lost more than one match, basically, in the Tier 1,
yeah,
which are best of 3s, and there's only 4 teams in Tier 1 for those of you wondering. While the Tier 2 will have 6 teams, and they play against each other a lot as well, but they're best of 1s.
Yeah.
And I guess I might also talk a little bit about the prize pool. It's $10,000 for first place, and it's $5,000, I believe, for second.
Okay.
So I think last season they actually didn't have a second place. Ooh, what's this? Wuju style. I am pretty sure I have queued with that guy before.
It'd be funny if they were saying, like, this guy's really bad manner.
I think it may have been something along those lines. I didn't get a chance to gloss over everything.
They're like adding him at KDL or something. So, what? This is an interesting chart.
Yeah. Well,
we haven't seen this before, Whiplash.
They're nice. They threw the English at the bottom. Kill per game, death per game. I believe the average for the KDL is in the gray, if I recall.
Okay. So, I mean, we see Pokerface has higher assists per game, but I don't know how much that kind of comes into play with everything else. But both teams kind of very close to each other regardless. So I don't know how much we can take from this chart exactly. You know, I guess we can at the very least say they are very even in skill.
The Koreans love their statistics.
They do. I mean, the sheets we get every cast, very impressive.
Yeah. They give us like multiple spreadsheets basically of every match. Unfortunately,
it's in Korean.
And most of the data isn't terribly useful, but I mean, if there's ever any roster changes, like they'll show up on there, so that's always nice.
Yeah, that's always a nice thing. And I mean, I think we should go into kind of like how MVP have been playing and why they are in the finals after Season 2. I mean, the style that they've been playing more than anything else has been like a very kind of push-oriented style into kind of a late game. They kind of go for the gold advantage early and they build on it. They don't try and end the game in like the first 15 minutes or anything. They'll slowly like whittle away every tower, get every tower down, secure that gold lead, and then go into the late game with a big advantage.
Yeah, and a lot of other parts of their lineup, they often will have at least one hero that has some type of healing ability.
They love sustainability.
Yeah, sustainability is a huge part of MVP's lineup. I feel they always have some type of sustainability. They have a little bit of push power here and there, generally 1 to 2 heroes, and then they run unconventional carries. But they always seem to have a pretty solid team fight as well.
Yep, absolutely, I agree. Yeah, sustainability, like some pushing power, but not too much, and good late game. And it all goes together, and that's pretty much MVP style in a nutshell more than anything else.
Yeah. Pokerface doesn't have as much of a, I guess, solid style that you can really just say, this is how they play. But they're one of the better teams in Korea. I mean, they are in Tier 1 after all.
Absolutely.
I feel like they're certainly stronger than their old Incarnation Bird gang.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I mean, yeah, you're right. Pokerface don't really have like a signature style. They can play kind of any style. They can play any strategy. They are very experienced and very talented players. I mean, yeah, but we do see a lot from them. A lot of variance for sure.
Yeah, also lane-wise as well. We'll see them switch things up more often than not. And a lot of the players in Korea will actually play more on hero than lane. It's been fleshed out a lot more over the past few months.
Right.
But there are still certain heroes that only certain players will play on a team. A really good example of this is Forev from MVP Phoenix. Always plays Ember Spirit no matter what.
Yeah.
They even though he's the offlane player for the team, they'll generally do like an offensive tri-lane and give him a free lane, something along those lines.
What are your thoughts on that kind of style teams have here in Korea? At the very least, they're playing positions based on what hero they're playing. I mean, it can work for I guess the beginning, but ultimately you want to have a player completely devoted to that lane, so they have the most experience and know exactly what they're dealing with in just about every matchup. But I mean, I guess it really is about learning that hero inside and out.
I think that at the end of the day, the person that's more comfortable on the hero should play it regardless of lane. Any pro player can basically play any position. It's just what do they specialize in, who on their team does what the best, what role should they move into. MVP, for example, they had a lot of switching around position-wise. I believe Heen was playing offlane at one point. He was playing mid at one point. He played carry before. They've really switched around a lot. And over time, these teams will settle more and more into specific roles. But, I mean, even looking at teams like DK, for instance, Ice, the offlaner, despite winning 2013's mid-challenge tournament at the International.
Right.
He'll still, when it comes to Invoker, he goes to the mid lane. And they'll generally send Mushi to the off lane. So there are teams that will, kind of change around based on hero. And as long as you make it work and you win the games, at the end of the day, that is the important thing to look at.
Yeah, I mean, that is the big picture for sure. And I can agree with that. Yeah.
That's just my little analysis on the subject.
It's a good point, and we do see the top teams doing it too. So it all comes down to experience with the hero.
Dota is certainly a game of experience. Yeah, mechanics are great and all, but at the end of the day, it's your game knowledge and the synergy you make with your teammates that win tournaments.
Yeah, and I mean, this game has probably more game knowledge required than any other game out there. It is
hands down.
The depth of this game is ridiculous. It is so hard to learn the inside and outs.
There have been players that have been playing since like 2006, 2005, back when Dota was in its infant stages. And they're still picking up things. They're still learning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, every time I get to cast, sometimes I learn a new thing that I just wouldn't imagine. I'm just like, really? That actually happens? Like, wow. Yeah. So it's just about how much you put in.
Oh, welcome to Dota2.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
Yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we're going to be getting into our first game here at the Korean Dota 2 League Best of 5 Finals between MVP Phoenix and Pokerface. Predictions, Moonglade?
I'm going to say a 3-1 to MVP.
3-0 MVP. I agree with you on that statement. Let's see exactly if that's what we get to. Moving into the draft, MVP, they get the first pick, and they instantly grab up the Doom. Looking at the bans, those are both respect bans essentially to MVP. Forev plays a very good Nature's Prophet, and like we were talking about a little bit earlier, March. He loves those unconventional carries in the safe lane.
That's right.
And the Death Prophet's banned out, but March also plays Doom a lot. So this is most likely going to be a March hero, but then again, MVP, they've been boot camping a lot. Who knows exactly what they have in store for us, but I'm prepared to be surprised by both teams when it comes to hero selection and where they put these heroes in the lanes. It is the finals after all. They've definitely studied their opponent.
Exactly.
And they will adjust accordingly and probably throw in a few new strategies.
Yeah, well, I really do hope MVP brings something new to the table because their strategy has been kind of, I wouldn't say one-dimensional, but very kind of directed in one area. And I mean, if Pokerface sit down and look at it, they can counterpick pretty well. They know exactly the kind of game plan MVP likes to play, and they can choose heroes accordingly.
Yeah, MVP have banned out Lycan as well as Bat Rider. No surprises there whatsoever. They do not want to give away a Lycan on the Dire side. That is just
no way.
Basically giving them a free ticket to Roshan.
Yep, that's just like, cannot be done.
One free ticket for the Roshan ride is what Lycan gives you.
Exactly right. And ooh, Faceless Void.
Okay, this is a hero that we'll see Pokerface play from time to time. Ironically, he has no face, but he's on Pokerface.
That is a little bit ironic, Whiplash.
Just a little bit.
Very good point there.
An astute observation, if
very,
you will.
Very astute. And this is Febby. Looks like he'll be picking it up.
Yep.
He'll be playing that safe lane.
That is correct. I still feel like Febby would be more suited for the off lane, but he is the carry for their team. He's also the drafter and kind of the head of the team, so to speak.
He wants all the glory to himself, essentially.
He wants all the glory. That's right.
They still got a second pick here.
We'll see what they decide to add into the mix. I've been playing a lot of Faceless Void recently, so I've been learning what actually works well against him, and okay, this makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
First of all, if you can steal Doom, that's wonderful in a team fight.
Oh, yeah.
And second off, if you chrono with Void, it's very easy to get Chronosphere stolen by a Rubik and used against you.
That's very true, too.
So picking up the Rubik is a very smart choice. MVP, they grabbed the Brewmaster, no doubt. They have been using this hero and playing against it a lot more due to the Chinese scene really loving this hero.
Definitely some Chinese influence there.
Yeah.
Very strong hero.
Interesting that Phoenix banned out the Ancient Apparition. The cool thing about AA and Faceless Void synergize-wise is AA is really good against Void and really good with him because you Chronos someone, you put Cold Feet on, you're like forced to run around a little bit, and that wastes a little bit of the Chronosphere time.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, you throw down the A ultimate, and then it's like, okay, well, now Lifesteal doesn't matter at all on him if you pick up like a Mask of Madness, which is a pretty common item pick up on him.
Yeah, very good point.
So it can just be an annoying hero to deal with.
It is a bit of a surprise they got rid of it. But, I mean, I guess I don't want to deal with any sort of offensive tri-lane from Pokerface.
I'm wondering if Phoenix will pick up the Disruptor. That using Glimpse can actually be a really nice way of dealing with Faceless Void until you pick up a BKB at least.
Yeah.
You just glimpse him back after you throw down the Chrono.
Yeah, that's a very good point, too.
Okay.
Let's see exactly. Razor getting banned out.
Yeah. I guess that's another hero that could somewhat deal the Faceless Void. I believe the Static Link will still work on him.
Yeah.
If you're chronoed and
Skywrath.
Interesting. This will synergize quite well with Void.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
his ulti would just do some
Mystic
work.
Flare. You're locked in place. What are you gonna do? You're gonna take all of that damage straight to the face.
Absolutely. I love seeing this hero in games.
And this is also a hero that MVP like to run from time to time, so kind of it could even be a bit of a deny pick, but so far I'm really enjoying the picks from Pokerface. MVP though, they certainly have a powerful lineup of their own.
Yep.
They're going to have some sick mid-game with Doom, who's basically good at all stages of the game. They got the Brewmaster, the ultimate team fighter in the mid-game, and I remember hearing some of the commentators, other commentators of DOTA2 talk about how Brewmaster, this is a hero that it's really good on Radiant because if you know the other team wants to get a Roshan kill early on, you can force the team fight with Panda, and that can make the difference between your team winning and losing.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely see that. He definitely really comes online once he gets level 6, so definitely a mid-game kind of hero. Kind of leads off towards the late game. Not too much of a hard carry, I'd say Doom is a bit more than that once he gets some farm.
Yeah, that's true. Doom, a very good late game carry. Brewmaster, very good until about the 50-minute mark, and that's when he starts to fall off. And Phoenix picking up another hero that they're pretty comfortable with, the Witch Doctor. And once again, this comes to, you get a hero with sustainability.
That's exactly right. They love the sustainability.
Okay.
We got a Wraith King.
Okay, this is interesting because I think this could be a mid Skywrath. It could be.
Yeah.
Normally, we've seen it in support most games. And the cool thing about Skywrath, or I guess not the cool thing, but the thing with him is, yes, you win the lane, but he does fall off pretty hard later on.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get, like, insane farm, like if you get an Agnum Scepter and, like, a Bloodstone with a lot of charges on it, then you can just throw down Mystic Flares like there's no tomorrow. But getting to that point is an extremely hard place to get to.
It's going to be quite interesting. I mean, if he is mid...
It could even be a Faceless Void offlane and Wraith King safe lane carry. That's a possibility.
I mean, Rubik and Skywrath can kind of synergize pretty well together to form sort of an offensive tri-lane, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I think they have a lot of nuke potential.
Yeah.
They have a lot of ways of disabling the enemy. Their Ancient Steel and Telekinesis.
And go to Dazzle.
I like
really
it.
Nice pickup.
So... let's go ahead, break down these lineups a little bit more, Moonblade. MVP, they picked up a second hero that can help heal out.
And Shallow Grave. I mean, they have so much sustainability on this lineup.
And if you look at the other lineup, Pokerface, they're all about that burst. They got these nukes coming out at you. They have good sustainability afterward, but not necessarily the same amount of healing.
Yeah.
And the Shallow Grave, I think, will do a very good job at reducing the effectiveness of Chrono, reducing the effectiveness
of Mystic Flare.
Exactly.
Big time. Yeah, very important pickup. I feel like Dazzle, maybe letting him slip through like that was a bit of a mistake for Pokerface considering how much burst damage they have. I think they might have really wanted to get rid of Shallow Grave for this lineup, but we'll have to see how they deal with it.
I think Shallow Grave is really going to make things a lot tougher for Pokerface. That being said, they have a lot of disable on their team, and
they got a good silence as well.
Yeah, basically everybody on their team has some type of disable.
Yeah, at this point, for sure.
All right, well, looking at the bans, the final ban, it's going to be the Naga Siren. So the last three picks essentially are QO hero bans. I don't recall seeing him too much on Razor, but he's a hero that can work quite well against Void and also Wraith King. Just, suck away their damage. They are basically just right clickers.
Yeah, and MVP banned out Tinker as a last hero, so they're still kind of worried about a mid play here. They're convinced that either Skywrath or pretty much Skywrath will be the mid. They think he'll be maybe an offlaner, maybe a support at this point.
Hard to say. You know what? I think this could be an offensive tri-lane with the Wraith King, Skywrath, Rubik combo, and then Void goes to the safe lane, but as a solo farmer.
Mirana there. Mirana could definitely play well in an offensive tri-lane.
That's true. She could go mid as well. Pokerface have a lot of options available to them, but I am looking at a potential offensive tri-lane with Mirana mid, Void in the solo safe lane. MVP?
How will they react to this? They kind of need...
They don't want an offensive tri-lane with the Doom. He's kind of bad in those 3v3 situations.
He's a little too squishy early on, especially.
Yeah, you don't have any armor. I mean... he's going to farm up no matter what, basically, but you can still stifle that for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And trying to fight into a Dazzle and a Witch Doctor is going to be a pretty tall order.
Very, very hard. And a Slark. Okay.
All right, finishing it up. That's a QO hero for sure. Mirana's picked up by Febu, so I believe this is a farming Mirana. So it could be a mid-Void or a mid-Wraith King, potentially.
It's going to be interesting to see for sure. We very rarely see a Wraith King mid.
I can't even remember the last time I don't know what exactly they plan on doing. They could even put Wraith King support.
Yeah.
And still put Skywrath mid. There are a lot of options for Pokerface, and you know what? We'll just have to wait and see.
We're going to have to wait and see. There's only so much we can theory craft here.
That's right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Game 1 of the Korean Dota 2 League Finals between MVP Phoenix and Pokerface, the two top Korean teams in Korea when it comes to Dota 2. Are you ready, Moonblade?
I'm so ready, Riplash.
All right, guys, prepare for game number 1. starting right now at the KDL. All right, as we get started, we will see the teams kind of split off.
Yeah, looks like a Void maybe off lane.
Yeah, JYU. Okay, so I guess it is an off-lane Void, Universe style.
There's Forever on the Brewmaster.
MVP Phoenix. They have pretty good team fight, and okay, this is smart. They're checking the Roshan pit because Pokerface, they do have the Vampiric Aura from Wraith King. So, I mean, there's always the chance that they could be trying to get an early kill. But JYU, being the lookout, as ironically the Faceless Void with no eyes, he's keeping an eye out on things.
Yep, a lot of irony in this lineup.
Okay, this is a mid Skywrath.
Ah, okay, and we got a defensive tri-lane by the looks of things.
Doom will end up going mid, I believe. Sky and the Wraith King, so this is a support Wraith King from the look of things. And he is looking pretty decked out.
Definitely got the cool skin on.
Yeah, he's got the best looking cosmetics in my opinion.
And that's very important.
Yeah, very important. You wanna look.
You wanna look good if you wanna play well.
Yeah, look good, feel good.
Exactly right. Well said, Whiplash.
Rise in handling, Dazzle. He's been on this hero multiple times.
Very good with Dazzle too.
Yeah.
Love seeing his Dazzle play.
And March.
Whoa, look at that Doom.
Yeah.
That is badass.
That's the same cosmetic set I use.
Oh, really? I got a slightly different one. And there's QO on the Slug.
All right, so I believe they decided it would be better for Doom to be in the mid lane.
Against the Skywrath, okay. I mean, he can get harassed a little bit. You will have to be very careful.
And meanwhile, offensive tri-lane with the Brewmaster, which is kind of cool. QO already jumping in on JYU.
Taking a bit of damage there.
Yeah, he's not going to get too much farm in this lane. He will get the experience, but QO on the Slark, you certainly are able to kind of bully out that Faceless Void until level 6 comes anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure Faceless will be looking for some kills once he hits level 6. Ooh, see a stun come.
Cast thrown out. Forev lifted up though before he can throw down the Thunderclap, and an arrow stun follows up, but this Brewmaster is just a little bit too tanky.
Yeah, and they ward the pool jungle.
Now this is still a very dangerous offensive tri-lane from MVP.
Can still definitely get some work done for sure. Brewmaster's so tanky early on, so I mean,
yeah, he is.
He can trade well.
Quite well.
Skywrath kind of dominating mid lane as expected. Doom getting a little bit of farm, but yeah, just getting controlled and picked apart essentially.
It's a really good thing he picked up the Satyr creep that gives the regeneration.
Yeah, that helps a lot. It could be a lot worse for him.
Yeah, like that was actually probably the best creep he could have picked up in this situation. Anything else just wouldn't have given him the sustainability, but he'll probably be doing a good amount of bottle throwing. Action in the top lane, but I mean the sustainability.
The sustainability is already showing.
Heen was considering throwing out a paralyzing cast.
Yeah.
And decided at the end to not do it. Okay, Regenerant picked up by the Doom.
That's going to help a lot.
Thundercrap, but Telekinesis keeping him alive. Cynical, though. 1 or 2 more hits. It's not enough.
Very, very close.
We're seeing the lethality of... I believe that was the poison touch that finished him off.
Yeah. Very nice.
That was unexpected.
I was kind of looking at it like it was still ticking down. I'm like, how much longer does it have? But we didn't get a view of it, so I didn't really comment. Very nicely done. Very unexpected first blood there, but he'll take it.
No. I mean, I don't expect you to really be able... Oh, hold on. A lot of nukes coming into March. He is getting quite low. Uses his 1 charge. A very smart pickup. MP. He's running a bit low on health as well.
Always got killed there. And yeah, that was a regen rune for the Doom, so all in vain essentially.
Yeah, March is absolutely fine. And I guess there's a bit of bottle growing going on from the Skywrath. That's just to be expected.
I mean, this offensive tri-lane is doing a lot of work here. They're really disrupting a lot of farming here. They did get the first blood.
Stun goes out on Heen. Arrow follow-up as well. I think they have enough. The shockwave from the creep helps it out. So Heen is dead. I actually think the neutral got the last hit.
Oh.
There's a follow-up stun on the Forev. Ryzen, he should be able to keep him alive. There's a teleport on Hina already back. Can they turn it around? The cast comes out now. The slow on Sky as well. Thunderclap, and they get the kill.
Yeah, too much of an overcommittal there. Getting the kill, TPing, great turnaround. MVP leading the way, 2-1.
There are. Doom keeping good control over the runes.
Oh, he could do very well here.
TP to mid lane.
Great control.
It's Sky. Okay, so I believe they want to get a gank on Doom if possible. Kyo a bit low on health. Void's pretty strong now that he has a point into, I guess, 2 points into backtrack, as well as his bash stun ability, passive.
Definitely been able to kind of go toe-to-toe a bit more with Slark down bottom.
Yep.
Have to wait and see what the last hits are going to be.
March, he's going to get silenced. The stun comes out as well. Mystic Flare, and they get the kill on March.
Very nice. It's exactly what we've been expecting from Skywrath.
That was a gank without a smoke from the look of things, and there are no wards from MVP in the top lane.
More
so
harass.
They didn't see it coming.
Yeah. Very nicely done.
Void forces himself up. There's a left on the rise, and he's in the range of the towers. Shallow Grave. And the cast bouncing back and forth between those heroes. Forev going ham. There's the Thunderclap. I don't know. This could be a bit of an overcommittal, but no, he's going for it. And one more right click. They'll get it. Forev, though, can he survive? Febby low on health as well. Another right click or two, but no. It's turning around. The arrow misses. Heen running away. There's a leap forward from Febby, but he doesn't pursue.
Way too deep. Great rotation from the Wraith King. Really turning it around.
He came back at the right time.
Oh, he did.
So March is trying to get his phase boots online. Void and Slark, both level 6. And Skywrath's doing pretty darn good against March in the mid lane. MVP with a bit of a gold advantage.
Small gold advantage at this point. Almost not noticeable, I feel. And going to be a race for the DD rune. Looks like Skywrath's going to get it.
Yeah, he's faster. 375 movement speed. You can't compete.
No way. Dude turns it around.
He picks up the DD rune, even though he has a bottle. He had the denied from the Doom.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't want to stay kind of in that location.
No. Slark leading the way, kind of getting a lot of free farm down bottom, really controlling it from this Faceless Void.
Yeah, that's true. 36 to 23 last hits, but just in this lane dynamic, the Slark will have the advantage.
And I mean, Faceless isn't too far behind at 23 last hits, so he's still keeping in there.
Note that this Wraith King is already level 5. The Doom will just narrowly miss him. He's in the jungle. Oh, that's a very far leap from Kyo on the JYU. Oh my gosh, I don't know about that.
Very ambitious, I feel.
March has his ultimate, however. Oh, they're going to find Sky. QO. Oh,
just let him go. Like, yeah.
You saw Sky like charged up his stun, and he said, "Wait a second.
It's like, this ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work." Skywrath doing very well in mid too, but I mean, Doom. Look at Doom. 29 last hits, not doing bad at all. Keeping up there right at
Slark up to 40 already. Dang.
Yeah.
And this Doom's kind of been in the jungle. He picked up a Wild Wing. So we'll have extra armor as well as that slow from the Tornado. But, all right, can he get the Doom up? That's the question. There it is. JYU, no escape, but in comes the TP Mystic Flare. It's shared between the heroes. They get the kill on the Void. Can they get MP as well? There's another TP in from the Wraith King Sai. He's out of range. He can't stun.
I don't think they could really follow that up anyway. Completely out of mana is the Skywrath.
Oh, and Heen, he's either in, I think he's just smoked up. Yeah, he's smoked up. It's going to end, however. Okay, and you find MP. MP low on mana. He'll get stunned up.
He should not be anywhere around here. He cannot fight.
No, he needs to get back. Maybe he can get the rune before Doom. He should be able to.
Yeah, looks like it. He's going to get there in time. It's going to be a bit of a race.
It's a race. Who can get there in time?
Boots. Oh, he
gets afraid.
He's afraid.
And MVP have a very offensive ward as well on the high ground in the mid lane.
Ooh.
Oh, JYU, he gets the chrono off on Forev. He can't do the split, and that's a lot of damage. Starfall and Fade Bolt to finish off the kill.
Very nice.
He's in the top lane, man, but I don't think he can accomplish much. Meanwhile, Heen close to the Horizon, so I don't think either of them will die, and March joining as well. We could have an all-out big brawl at the mid lane. The big ultimates are down from both ends. Paralyzing cast hits the Void, but in comes Sky. Arrow connects one of the illusions. Sky's so low on health, he just simply dies. The right clicks Q though. Low on health, uses Shadow Dance Cynical. Low, he's dead. It's a 2-for-0 trade in Phoenix's favor.
Very nice turnaround there. For the Brewmaster, I mean, they wasted the Chronosphere, and they just followed it up. Nothing they could do in that team fight.
Moonglade, both of these teams they are very aggressive. They want to fight a lot in the early stages.
Yeah, I mean, both teams really coming online at level 6 can make a lot happen, and the MVP Gold lead getting higher and higher, but the EXP lead for Pokerface.
Yeah. That's true. I think we've seen a lot of moving around from Phoenix. MVP Phoenix.
Nice.
That's a pretty good logo.
Yeah, it's cool.
Nice artistic abilities.
We've definitely seen a lot more rotations from MVP, so I can kind of understand that a small experience lead for Pokerface.
I have to say, though, the Wraith King has been rotating around a lot as well.
He has been. Absolutely.
All right, Void has picked up his boots, just normal treads, as well as a poor man's shield. Well, City, what he wants to move into next. This was an offlane Void, so it could be more utility item-wise. Oh, Slark.
Slark gets it.
MP has not been having any luck with these runes this game.
No, he's been just a little bit too late every time.
I do have to say, though, MVP, the laning phase for them has gone pretty good, and they've really been able to put the pressure on the Pokerface. That being said, Pokerface has done an excellent job dealing with this tri-lane. I will have to wait and see if this Skywrath pick really works in the later stages.
Yep. Oh, really nice arrow.
Oh, man, he is just chain stunned. He'll be kept alive, though, and he's almost level 6, but he doesn't have it enough. Oh, the wand keeps him alive. Unleash Void. Oh, my God. They jumped so far, Febby. He's going to go down.
Wow. What a save.
And this is why sustainability can be keen, especially in these tri lanes.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, MVP, so good at using it. So experienced. This is their style, essentially. They just survive so well for so long on the sustainability.
The fun's not over yet. JYU has his Chronosphere ready and the Mystic Flare online for Skywrath as well. Forev did manage to hit level 6, so he does have the Primal Split. See Febby go to the bottom lane. Gonna try to get a little bit of farming in. At 41 last hits, at 11.5 minutes into the match. Not that amazing, and we've even seen the EXP go back into MVP's favor, thanks to the more favorable team fights
Absolutely.
that have happened recently.
So close, though. Very, very even game so far. I mean, but that gold lead is kind of getting bigger and bigger for MVP Phoenix with these team fights that they keep winning.
I think that ward did spot the ultimate being activated by Murano. We'll see March back away. What creep is he going to eat? No creeps to eat here. But he does have the Midas.
Very nice. That goal lead's going to get a whole lot bigger with the Midas. We see rotation up top. Could definitely see some Mystic Flare Chrono action.
No offensive warding from Pokerface, though. That would be something nice to see. But okay, we'll have a pincer movement from all of Pokerface. They just may dive straight into the middle. They need to get on the 4F and Ryzen as well. Okay, there's your Chronosphere. Very nice. It's both of them. 4F being blown up by the Mystic Flare. And Ryzen still, he's silenced. Now can help out potentially. Can he throw down the grave? Yes, it is. There's also a little bit more healing as well. The armor activated as well, but still, Keen will fall. 4F in a lot of trouble as well. Everybody from Pokerface coming in. There's your Primal Split now. And will we see a turnaround? Doom onto MP, but we have a disconnect and a pause. Looks like for a lot of that, or maybe some of that fight, Wraith King was not in the picture.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. What a tense moment to pause.
That's like the worst moment to pause, Moonglade.
There's like a turnaround about to happen there. We saw TP's in, and we saw Doom activated. I mean, wow. This is going to be tense resume.
All right, well, Pokerface did get a good initiation. They
got a fantastic initiation.
I think they killed 4F and he bought back, if I can go over things again properly, because he came in that fight and already Primal Split.
Yeah.
So I believe that was a buyback from the Brewmaster, and Heen is dead. The Witch Doctor out of the picture. Ryzen's still in the back helping heal. Doom, March came in. He put the Doom onto MP, but still the ultimate is burned, so
Yep.
he can throw out some annoying spells, but he's not the most annoying character, I guess, to deal with, but still a good Doom target.
Resume.
Okay, here we go. The fight continues. They get Sky down, and there's the Cyclone from the Panda, and that's a lot of negative armor on the JYU. It's pretty much done, though. Poison touch to slow him down. Looks like Keen's back in the picture as well. He throws down the Death Lord. Backtrap helping out a little bit.
Oh, just not enough.
Maybe it's not enough.
Maybe his stun would have been a bit better there. But very, very close fight. Definitely comes out on MVP Phoenix's despite such a great gank from Pokerface.
I still think, though, they had a few buybacks in that.
That's true. They did
well.
have some buybacks for sure.
And Sky throws out a stun. He has his ultimate available.
He's kind of going a bit deep here.
Yeah, he's going very deep. He wants to use his ultimate. He wants to keep everyone slowed down. The TPs will come in as well. Lift onto March. And, you know, he's able to be healed up for a lot. But no, the silence, Mystic Flare. They're able to turn it around. Still, the tower, however. The tower's out of the picture, and MVP will just scurry away.
Scurry away, losing the Doom. But, I mean, they get to tower. They force in a lot of TPs, and they waste the Wraith King's ulti.
And with an Ogre Club online for this Void, it is going to be a little bit more of a utility Void. Getting the Agnum Scepter earlier on.
Right.
So
going for that better chrono.
Reduce cooldown and such. Now, something I want to note about QO's Slark itemization choice, he likes to go for Shadow Blade over Blink Dagger most of the time.
Yeah.
A lot of players do prefer the Blink Dagger nowadays for that almost guaranteed pounce.
Yeah.
But he likes to play a little bit more of a, I don't know.
Ganking style, I guess?
Yeah, ganking style.
Yeah, no, I kind of like it. More pub style, in my opinion.
I prefer going that way. He often follows it up with a Scotty as well.
Can still do a lot of work with it, as we have seen in the past.
Yeah. And, you know, you still get that attack speed bonus, which synergizes well with your third passive.
Oh, they already got a sentry ward down. They know exactly what's going on.
The action is shifting from the top to the mid and bottom lanes. As Dooms come bottom. Oh, JYU uses the ultimate, and in comes, there's your Mystic Flare, and
guaranteed kill.
the synergization.
Synergy, yeah.
The synergy between those two heroes is going to be quite effective, but QO, is he going to come in now with the Shadow Blade? He has extra armor on him. Negative armor. Sky will be the one that gets burnt down, and they get him before the ultimate can help out, but oh, can he get a lucky bash? No. Shallow Grave keeping QO alive and in the picture. Oh, can he get killed off though? Looks like JYU now has to be quite careful.
While this is happening, I mean, Pokerface pushing the tier 1 mid.
So they at least get a 1-for-1 trade. Not the best trade considering Wraith King's in more of a support role over Doom.
Yeah, trading a carry like that for support, definitely not worth it.
Cynical. Looks up. Uh-oh, the Brewmaster may actually just kill him. The Rocks are going to come in. And yeah, then the Immolation. The help out, and a bit of more right clicks.
Yeah.
Used the wand, but it wasn't enough. So down goes Cynical. The tier 1 tower now under attack. And Cyclone throwing up Mirana into the air. But the Brewmaster is back to his normal self.
See some harass from the Witch Doctor. Oh, here comes Slark.
Okay. He's going to attack him. All right, attack. Leap as well, but you can just time walk out of that.
Problem solved. Tier 1 mid getting shut down. Looks like Wraith King going for denied. Nope. And a TP in at the same time.
Uh-oh, that's going to be bad on March. He may just die again from Mystic Flare if he's in the wrong place. And excellent connection, but look at that. The Shallow Grave. He now helping as well, trying to keep March alive. It's so low. Oh, he still falls. The Death Lord, though, doing so much damage. 4F jumps in as well. That's a double kill. No, make it 3. It could be 4 as well. 4 members dead on Pokerface's end. MVP getting an incredible 4-for-1 trade, only losing March.
What a turnaround.
And at the end of the day, it's a Doom. He'll find his farm anyway, one way or another.
He'll find it. He can bait it out all day if he's going to get 4 kills for that. And, I mean, that survivability, that sustainability kept him alive for long enough for the Brewmaster and the Slark to come in and do damage and clean up, essentially.
And so Pokerface, it was a razor-thin, razor-close game.
They busted it wide open with that. 6 kills ahead.
Yeah, now around the 15-minute mark, we're starting to see Phoenix gain a bit of an advantage. It's 16-10. 17.5 minutes into the match, ladies and gentlemen. We're in game number 1 of the Korean Dota 2 League Season 2 Finals. Febby, he leaps away at the perfect time.
Wow, very close.
He still doesn't have too many items, just, you know, his drums, Ring of Aquila, a wand, boots, a lot of early game items. He doesn't have any big damage items online yet.
Yeah.
No Maelstrom or Mjolnir.
Yeah, I mean, with the amount of rotation and aggression we've seen from both teams, there just hasn't been enough farming time for anyone.
Yeah, that's true. The farm on all teams is pretty low. Oh, double chrono, though. The Mystic Flare connects onto March. They get him. Can they kill QO as well?
Oh.
The Shallow Grave from the high ground. Ryzen helping his teammate out. We see a lead to the high ground. And in comes the Brewmaster now. Can we have a turnaround? They're just trying to DPS these bears down.
They're trying.
They're trying. They back away for a little bit.
He's almost out of time here.
QO, though, he's back in. He's already healed up. Leap to the high ground, and they get Heen. Sky, though, may not be so lucky. He's locking everybody slowly into place. The 4F, he will fall. QO, he's silenced, though. But with Shadow Pact, he gets out of there. Can he escape? Yes, he can. Shadow Blade, keeping him alive.
It looks like he's following it up here. He might want to get the Faceless Void.
I think he's going to get him. Okay, he gets him with the last hit, but silenced, though. And he gets a leap, double kill! Double kill on the Slark, 835 gold, though. Will go into Pokerface's coffers. And I have to say, that fight was definitely in favor of the poker players.
Absolutely. It was a great gank with the Chronosphere and Mystic Flare, securing that kill instantly. And yeah, just a little too deep from the Slark there. A little too YOLO. Getting the Faceless, maybe he should have tried to get out, but he went for the bottom as well.
He got the double kill, which was fantastic.
But then he gave it up. Like, he gave up his kill streak.
Yeah, that is the problem. And we will see the Tier 1 tower, the final Tier 1 on Pokerfaces, and denied. Meanwhile, MVP still have all of their towers available. There was a bit of a dip in their gold and experience.
But, I mean, that gold lead is still massive. That's 8K. That's incredible at an almost 20-minute mark. Definitely leading the way.
I saw a ping on Roshan from Pokerface. If they get another good engagement and have like the Wraith King alive, they can pretty much go in and look at that. That's the second floor. This place is packed. Everybody here. They'll watch Dota 2.
Korean Dota scene is getting bigger and bigger, Whiplash.
It certainly is, Moonblade. And a lot of utility items starting to come online for MVP. And the Blink Dagger for the Brewmaster. He's had that for a while. Some Force Staffs. We have a smoke or two bought from both teams.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to be attempting a rush anytime soon. Definitely all posturing up near.
I don't see it happening. No. Everybody is hitting on Pokerface's end.
It's too risky for sure. They're just kind of being defensive by the looks of things. We are going to see a smoke mid.
Where will these guys go to?
See, ping onto Roshan.
Oh, MVP. They're kind of splitting up a little bit.
Yeah, looks like they're looking for something. They want to get a team fight. They want to secure that Roshan.
They have to disable this Void or the Skywrath. Okay, the double smoke. Someone's going to get revealed, and it's for Ev. He'll be lifted. Silence, Mystic Flare, and the Brewmaster can't contribute to this fight at all. QO is going to go on Febby. Leap away, but still Marsh will finish the job with level death. They put the Doom onto MP. He's trying to run away. Can he escape in time? Do they have the vision for him? It looks like they keep seeing him.
They're going so deep for this.
They are diving incredibly far. They get the kill, though. Down he goes. QO, though, he's in no man's land. Lift away. He'll TP out as well, and there's no time for the lift.
So close.
Meanwhile, March, he may not be as lucky.
No, I think he's gone.
Oh, no, he blinks away to the high ground. Healed up now by the supports.
Wow. Very, very close. And I believe, MVP came ahead with that.
It's the wrong creep as well.
Interesting.
He should have ate the Alpha Wolf. Now he only has like a little mini crit and no leader of the pack aura. That was
bit of a mistake there.
Oh, a little misplay.
They're up to 10K in gold lead now, so they're getting more and more ahead. Slark looking for blood.
Yes, bit of counter warding from Cynical. Okay, here we go. They're going to move in onto mid lane. JYU. His Chronosphere is still down. He time walks away.
Really nicely done. Slark going for Wraith King here.
Yeah, there's the stun, but Arc Pack helping him out. Lift as well. And yeah, with that lift, Cynical just saved that Wraith King's life pretty darn hard.
Yep, he owes him his life now. But, I mean, at the same time, they're going to push this tier 2, and I think they can guarantee it almost.
Yeah, the weave coming out. QO taking a bit of extra damage, but not much.
Slark gets it.
And this is one of the harder towers for MVP to secure, and they got it almost for free.
Yeah, they did.
I guess the thing is, Phoenix, like, their cooldowns are not as important as Pokerface. Pokerface, they basically need Chrono to fight.
They need Chrono, and they need Mystic Flare, essentially.
Yeah, and they really want Reincarnation as well for the big 5-on-5 fights. Febby, though, he is in no man's land. March will chase him away, and it's pretty fast, but Ryzen will come in as well, help out.
Yeah, he's just going to bleed out. Yeah, straight up.
He bought an Ogre Club, though, before he died.
Could see a BKB, maybe?
Oh, it's a definite possibility.
I mean, what they're up against, they could very well use it.
Yeah, the only spell that really they can't do anything about is Doom.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
everything else, though, you can avoid the damage from, and that's a lot you can save. Mid lane, though, JYU, does he use his Chrono?
He does.
Walks away, but here's the problem. Kyo coming in on him, and there's the Chrono used. He's latched in place, though. The Death Ward can't finish the job.
So close.
Close, but the time lock keeps him alive.
Oh, wow. And we do see fighting continue.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
That's the second time that Mystic Flare has finished off Fora before he could cast his ultimate. This Skywrath 7 and 2 Moonglade. He is doing work.
Oh, he does so much work, especially in these Chronos. Every time there's a guaranteed kill. It's such a great synergy.
Ryzen's picked up a Force Staff as well as a Ogre Club. A lot of casual Ogre Clubs on both teams, so the longer this game goes on, the more BKBs we'll see online. There's just so many nukes that come out from both ends, so much magic damage that you kind of have to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely. Moonlight Shadow being used. Kind of just playing defensive here. Both teams kind of posturing up in their mids.
That's true.
Looking for the next team fight.
So BKB. Looks to be the first big item online for Doom. Well, he has the Blink Dagger as well, so that's a nice pickup for him. Giving more initiation power to the Phoenix in addition to the Brewmaster, so you get your two tanky heroes that just dive in at the front, and then the supports come in, start wrecking havoc. Slark, he comes out of nowhere and just starts right-clicking you down to death.
I mean, if you can get a Doom on the Faceless Void before you can Chrono, like that's pretty much a team fight won right there.
Yeah, it would take a big misstep, I think, from MVP in that situation. Slark, though, he's 7-1, so I guess his farm has been pretty darn solid.
Oh, Scotty.
That's a 25-minute Eye of Scotty. That's actually insane. And Febby
in trouble.
Oh, this is not good for him. The lift, though, that was quite a mistake from QO. Okay.
Yeah.
That was a little bit lull.
Bit of a crazy pounce there.
Yeah. I think that could have potentially been a kill if the pounce actually hit, because with the Scotty on, you're kidding like a truck, man.
This tier 1 bottom almost going down. JYU might pick it up. Looks like he will. No one really defending it here. He gets lost it.
It's a little bit of extra gold.
But, I mean, MVP with 12K lead now. It's only getting bigger and bigger.
And Doom finishing up the BKB, so March, despite a lot of deaths,
has been finding some farm.
Midas Devour, creep.
Yeah.
You're going to find your farm one way or another.
Yeah. Doesn't matter how much you feed, you get it.
I feel like QO is just constantly chasing after Febby wherever he is.
It definitely seems that way, doesn't he? Really shutting down any sort of pushes Febby's been trying to do.
A little bit of ancient farming.
Yeah.
And hey, you've been playing Dota 2 for 2 hours. It's recommended that you take a little break and stop. That's what the little sign in the top right says.
Not going to happen.
It only says this in the Korean clients. It's like,
really?
Like a Korean regulation or law.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that, actually. Stuff like that.
Whenever I see that, I'm like, just don't tell me what to do. So you've been playing for 8 hours today. I'm like, shut up. I don't have an addiction.
It's like it's stuff you just don't want to know. It's like, I didn't need to be told that, I didn't need to feel the shame.
I don't feel the shame. I'm just like, hey, you can't tell me what to do. I'm an adult.
Why are you judging me?
Yeah, why are you judging me?
Yeah.
All right, MVP. They've got to smoke up Moonglade.
They're looking for something, but I mean, Pokerface playing very defensive, sticking his 5 now. They don't want to get picked off anymore, which they have been.
Well, I feel that the only way Pokerface can really win is through 5-manning. They're not the best at pickoffs without the Chrono. MVP, however, with the Slark, the Brewmaster, and Doom, there's a lot of pickoff potential between them.
Yeah.
Agnem Scepter now online for the Brew.
Oh, nice. Team fight just got better.
Certainly did. I'm still waiting for the Agnum Scepter on this Faceless Void. Don't have it online quite yet. And I really want to see a Blink Dagger for this Wraith King. He doesn't have any points into his aura yet. I think at this point it may be just, a nice little skill to pick up.
Yeah, definitely needs some more utility to kind of get into these fights and get those crucial stuns off.
I mean, the extra stats make him even tankier, but at the end of the day, you will eventually fall, only to rise again unless you have no mana.
Yeah. It's like QO kind of trying to bait out any sort of engagement here, but they're not falling for it just yet. Jumping on the Faceless.
All right, well, the Chrono's going to come around. Mystic Flare as well. Can they keep him alive?
Oh,
no!
no.
That is just straight up YOLO, but they decide to let him be the sacrificial lamb. And the Moonlight Shadow's used. Do they have detection, though? That's the question.
That's the next question, yeah.
Well, the Weave is used. We still have Doom available. And there's a dodge. Rubik steals the Shallow Wave.
Doing one Febby. Brewmaster looking for it. Got to be very careful going so deep.
Uh-oh, I think Forev may be overextending a little bit too much here. Gets thrown away, tries to TP away, but...
Oh,
wow, he actually survives.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive, and a lot more of MVP. They're TPing away, and everybody gets out.
Wow, MVP making good of a terrible situation, terrible team fight, and they only give up one kill. Granted, it was a Slark, but they somehow get away. I kind of feel like they shouldn't have got away like that.
That was just actually really good decision-making, but the problem is now they're moving into the Roshan pit, and due to that dire advantage, they're going to get the Aegis.
It's going to be so hard to stop this. So they're kind of rotating towards Roshan now, but he's already half dead.
Agnum Scepter's online for the Void, so that's essentially a Chronosphere every team fight. Shutting down this Void or preventing him from getting more than one Chrono off is absolutely essential. If MVP want to take this game, he's going to dive in. Can he steal it? No, Mirana gets it. There's your Chronosphere, though, but it actually helps out more than it hurts more than it helps out, and in comes March. We're going to see some people up to the high ground. Febby solo on health. He'll TP out of there. No, the Aegis is popped. This team fight going way into the favor of MVP.
Wow.
And Forev, he leaps up to the high ground. Everybody goes in there. He just absolutely destroy Febby. Wraith King is dead as well, and Pokerface.
That Chrono, that betrayal, I feel.
That is...
I mean, he had kind of had the right idea, but three of his teammates are stuck in there with him, and no damage was done to Slark.
Yeah, they underestimated the positioning power from Phoenix.
And they're pushing a tier 3 from this.
Yeah, they force out the Glyph. And I mean...
Why not?
Chrono's still going to be down for a little bit longer. There's dead heroes, probably without buyback.
Yeah, I mean, 20 seconds left on Mirana. 10 on Wraith King.
Uh-oh.
Going for something. Oh.
Yeah, he gets lifted and thrown into a weird direction. Maybe he was force-stabbed, actually. He was pretty far distance-wise. But oh no, JYU, he's back. He gets a 4-man Chrono. Is this enough to make things work? QO, he's being healed up. Force-stabbed away. He'll come back into the fight onto JYU. He's force-stabbed away as well. Can they finish him off? He's able to time walk out of that situation, but Sky, he won't be as lucky, but still coming back from the dead. Pokerface showing they have an insane amount of sustainability as well. They get Ryzen. And Heen as well looks the fall.
Yep.
So they get 2 supports for the price of the tower. Still, MVP maintaining the advantage, but we're seeing the power of the Chrono. Finally, one of them really going into the favor of Pokerface.
Yeah. And I mean, even Mystic Flare wasn't online for that Chrono too, so they could have done a lot more damage. Oh, we see Bloodstone finally online for the Skywrath.
That's true. If he gets a lot more, if he gets like a few more charges even, and that's all it really takes, man.
Definitely see some Mystic Flare spam.
I wonder what item he'll go for next, if it's more of a damage item, or if it's like an Agnum Scepter, utility.
I want to see Ags.
I do as well.
I feel like it's essential considering the combo they got going on. They really need to just instant kill someone in these team fights to really put them ahead.
The thing is, can he actually get to that point? That's, I think, the tough question.
Yeah, it is. It is the tough question.
But if they do that, then they basically have burst damage throughout the rest of the game. Like, the health of the heroes just won't even matter.
Yeah.
You can land 2 Mystic Flares on each other.
Ridiculous damage. No, Slark looking for something here.
Spotted by the Sentry Ward from Pokerface's end. He leaps out of there. So BKB completed on this Mirana, who's actually surprisingly 7 and 6 with 4 assists. I was expecting more deaths and less kills.
Yeah, surprising how much he's picked up.
I guess in these team fights, he's made it work. Meanwhile, Doom picked up some armor and working his way either into a Shiva's Guard or Assault Cuirass. Let's see what he wants to pick up.
Judging by kind of like the team composition, I reckon Shiva's would be great. Really just slowed them all down, kind of easy to catch for the Brewmaster and Slark especially.
Yeah, a little bit of extra slow can help them out. They don't actually really have too many real stuns, so that kind of adding a little bit more control to the fight can
JYU kind of really out of position. If they decided to rotate top, they could maybe get a kill in there. Force out the Chrono at the very least.
Oh, well, they're going to take out the racks.
Fair enough.
All right, sure.
Why not? I mean, they get the racks. Easy peasy. They're going to get out of here.
Yeah, there's nothing much that you can really do against that.
No.
The lane was pushed. Now they get the free mega range creeps. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but
Shiva on Doom.
Annoying, yeah. And Basher for Slark. So the item's really getting underway. The Slark's going to get very dangerous soon.
Oh, I think he's incredibly dangerous at this point. Scotty, Shadowblade, and he's been doing so much work. 7, 2, and 8.
Like he'll be able to man mode pretty soon and like go in these fights and actually like stay in there for a while. Oh, the arrow narrowly misses Heen. He has to back up, but will they use the Chrono against him? Oh no, he gets doomed though, and Heen gets kept alive thanks to Shallow Grave. JYU, no Chrono available. Everybody's getting destroyed on Pokerface's end. They lose the Rubik. Wraith King will come back, but already MP. He's drawing the one away from March, but now, I mean, I don't know if you can run away from him this time. The Wraith King is dead.
That Dazzle, that Shelly Grave did so much work.
Oh!
Whoa!
That
happened, man.
That happened.
Oh,
Slark, he tries to run around as well. Can they kill him off? Yes. They interrupt. Now they're going to try to go on Febby. He leaps away, but this tier 3 is gone.
It is gone. There's no one left but with the Marana.
MVP, I think they can sense something, but no, they back away.
So they're pushing up the lane, I think, at this point.
Okay. That makes sense. Then they need to. They need their creeps.
They need their creeps with them. And man, yeah, that play in the middle there, the Doom as well as the Shallow Grave, completely countering the Mystic Flare and Chrono. Beautiful, beautiful team fight.
Arrow flies out. Actually connects onto Ryzen, but
can they make it work there?
The weave though is just keeping them so darn tanky.
Yeah.
They'll be healed up. Oh! A leap into a jaunt, and QO silenced up. Nuked him a lot of damage, but last. The Shallow Grave keeping him alive for just a little bit longer. Sky now low on health. His reincarnation's on cooldown, so he has to be careful.
Looks like they should back up by now.
Oh, there's the Brewmaster ultimate. And Febby, he manages to kill off Heen. We'll see a lift into the air. Uh-oh, this could be very bad. Pokerface, they've lost Febby. Most of their damage is gone. Now, there's a buyback instantly on Febby. QO hit with the arrow. What can he actually accomplish? He may just be diving a little bit too far here. MVP, they need to, I think, get out of here. The Void's back online. That's going to be a Chrono available. Moonlight Shadow used. Can they find someone?
They're looking for QO.
Oh, no, he doesn't dodge the stun. Okay, but he still is able to get away for now.
They got Ryzen.
The arrow connection, though.
Oh, that connection.
Shallow Grave, Ryzen is going to TP away. But QO, he won't be so lucky.
No.
And down he goes, Sky, collecting a 500 gold bounty.
I mean, but they still got the mid tower, and they still maintain that 12,000 gold lead.
That's true, and you know what? They're up 32-23 in MVP's favor at 36 minutes into this action-packed game. This has been just a bloodbath.
It has been a bloodbath. Constant back and forth. But MVP just showing how good that team fight is, how well they're dealing with this Chrono Mystic Flare combo.
Now,
getting ahead.
Now, it looks like this Brewmaster wants to tank up a little bit, grabbing a Reaver. So that will work its way into Heart of Tarask. So we'll have a lot of extra health regen. And, of course, the extra health.
Oh, yeah. Definitely going to the late game here. 37 minutes in. I feel like MVP, Phoenix, their composition is kind of fares a bit better in the late game. I mean, they do have the Faceless Void, which can definitely tank up.
I think in the 60-minute point is when Pokerface may actually, they may get the proper items on the Skywrath and Void, and then they start tanking up the Wraith King a little bit more, and then Marana just gets like another good damage item or two.
Right.
I think they technically have better late game, over MVP if they get the proper initiation. It'll just get to a point where the damage from them will be too much to handle.
Well, if they shut down the Void every time, if they get a good Doom off, if they get good Shallow Graves off when the Mystic Flare comes down, they'll always be in a good position.
Duo is going to spot MP, and they'll be spotted out. Mystic Flare falls, and look at that though. QO is just...
Well, yeah, it was shared between two heroes, so not nearly as much damage. Haha, Doom getting caught.
All right, March, I don't know what you're up to, but you're blinking in the wrong areas, my friend.
Yeah, a little too ambitious. Destroyed by the trees, but I mean, this gives them room to push this tier 2. Almost dead already.
We have one hero dead. JYU's Chrono is down for another 30 seconds or so.
Do they really want a team fight?
Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
Forev. Oh, okay, the arrow's going to miss.
Looks like they're going to try for tier 3 as well.
I don't see why not. They don't have to worry about Chrono for a little bit longer. Mystic Flare will be online. Okay, there's a very aggressive Thunderclap into an ultimate. And Cynical, Moonlight Shadow, that help keep them alive, but they're going to find Sky. And it's just buying time so they can get the tier 3 tower. The Glyph will be thrown out. But is it enough? All right, stun on the MP, and now he's doomed as well. No Doom available, but you know what, Moonglade? Chronosphere, it's going to come online any second now, and there it is. He manages to get 2 in the Chrono, but look at how freaking tanky these are. Not the heroes you want. Yeah. There's your Death Ward. They get a kill. There's another one as well. The Void is dead. The Skywrath is dead. The damage output is just simply not there. Pokerface now, they're forced all the way back to the well. Stun out on March. And I think Rubik has actually stolen the Primal Split. All right, Wraith Gang, he falls once, comes back up.
And will they kill him? Hello? They're getting ambitious with this fountain farming.
That's true. Oh, actually, Cynical. he got force staffed out of there.
This could be game. This could very well be game.
This may actually be it. Forev stuck kind of right outside that well. And the tower's dead.
Yeah, Birthrax is down.
Yeah, this is turning into a little bit of an embarrassment from Pokerface. I think they may need to call it quits. They're being driven into the well. The GG is called by Febby. Game number 1 goes to MVP at 39 kills, just under 40 minutes into the match. What an explosive start to our best of 5 series.
Yeah, what a back and forth game. Very, very close from the beginning to the mid game. In the end game, I mean, MVP just kind of getting that lead, that goal advantage that they wanted from the tower kills, from the pushing and team fights, and from there they just solidified their win essentially.
I want to say that Ryzen's Graves helped out so much.
So clutch.
There were a lot of kills that would have certainly gone to Pokerface's side if there was no Dazzle in the mix.
Oh, completely. I mean, they should have got rid of Dazzle if they were going to go for this combo.